One of the things we'll talk a little about in a minute is through trust planning, I can also minimize estate taxes. But as the successor trustee, I've got to know what I'm doing to make sure that I follow the instructions in the trust and that the trust is structured in a way that will minimize estate taxes. And we're going to talk about that issue a little more in just a minute. But before we do, let's talk about what the estate tax is. Well, under current law, I can leave up to $5,250,000 estate tax-free. And if I'm a couple, right, if I'm married, we can leave together $10.5 million estate tax-free. That law just came about in 2012, where the amount that I could leave tax-free was that high. More importantly, it came about in a way now that that is the current law that will not change unless Congress affirmatively does something, unless Congress actually changes the law. In the years leading up to 2012 and 2013, we had an exemption that was $5 million or thereabouts, but it was scheduled to go away at the end of the year, right? Unless Congress extended the law. Well, they did extend the law, but they extended it in a way that's now permanent, so they have to affirmatively do something to change that. Will they do that? Will they change and lower that exemption amount? Well, who knows? Who knows? My guess would be yes at some point. We've got national debt that's crazy. The money's got to come from somewhere. So I suspect sometime in the future we'll see that number move. Historically, it has moved up and down. So I don't see any reason why we're not going to see that continue to happen. Just as I have an estate tax exemption of that amount, meaning I can leave that much tax-free at my death, I have a gift tax exemption during life. So I can give that amount away during life as well without paying a tax. The difference is, when I give money away during life, a lot of you may be familiar with this idea of I can give up to $14,000 a year gift tax-free. It's what's called the annual exclusion amount. So I can give anybody, or in as many people as I want, $14,000 a year, or up to that amount, without triggering a gift tax. As soon as I get over that amount, I'm now subject to gift tax, but I have a $5 million exemption I can use. But every dollar of gift tax exemption I use, I'm also using up $1 of estate tax exemption. So if I gave somebody $1 million today, right, now instead of having a $5 million estate tax exemption, I only have a $4 million estate tax exemption because I used up $1 million of that in making this lifetime gift.